Hello, travelers, and welcome to episode 15 of Westeros Craft Walks with your beloved host, Dutchguard. Today we're here in Lannisport. That's right, you heard me. We're fresh out of the oven with Lannisport, our most recently completed major build, and it is a wonder. Definitely on the scale of King's Landing, with at least 1,000 different unique buildings, and months of planning, preparation, and hard work from our community has really paid off. And there's no way I'll be able to explore it all in even several episodes, but I will stretch out our Westeros Craft Walks adventure through Lannisport over several different episodes and finish it all off with the cherry on top, Cashley Rock, which is the seat of House Lannister, the family we love to hate. So here we are outside in the sprawl of Lannisport for people who live outside of the city walls. Got these lovely poplars lining the street here, just heralding your journey into Lannisport, one of the greatest cities of Westeros. You can see an inn here for travelers to rest their legs, as well as some market stalls for people trying to sell goods, taking advantage of the traffic along the Gold Road. You can see these giant lion statues really telling you who's boss in Lannisport here, which is, of course, the Lannisters. You can see the colors of their sigil there, crimson and gold. I've got another nice little market area here, and we're going to head through this main gate of Lannisport, and here we are inside the city of Lannisport. In these stables here, you can just park your horse, and then you have to set out on foot through the city. So the city, if you haven't noticed already, is very Italianate in style, very unique amongst the cities of Westeros, in that it's set in a more warmer climate, a coastal climate, and for that we've had some custom blocks made for Lannisport. So here we've got yellow and orange plaster being used, as well as some cool green shutters and red roof tiles, which is not entirely unique to Lannisport, but they're used in such a way here that that no other city really rivals it. Very cool. And of course, Lannisport and Castle Rock is built on the gold mining industry. So here we've got a gold engraver. So let's take a look inside. You can see the red wattle bricks here being used. I think I discussed in another video that's one of the trademark signs that you're in the Westerlands. So yeah, look, we got gold everywhere. Gold all over the place here. Nice little pile of gold, nice little storefront window here for selling to passersby. Let's see if we can head up the stairs here and take a look at the other furnishings inside this house. So since this is one of our newer builds, the standards for furnishing have gone way up, and is definitely one of our newest, freshest, and most interesting builds to explore. This looks like sort of a work area. He probably employs some Lannisportites, or Lannisporters, or whatever you want to call, to come here and engrave gold for him, I guess. We've got a little forge here for melting down the gold. Let's see if we can head up even further. There are definitely multiple stories in every Lannisport house, because, well, space is at a premium here, and people just build up and up. This looks like the little bedroom for the gold engraver here. Living the bachelor lifestyle with just single beds. We've got a nice little keg here, also probably a telltale sign of a drunkard. We've got some nice little living quarters here, a nice little balcony looking out over the road going through Lannisport there. Alright, so let's head back out onto the road. That's just one example of furnishing, but if you go into every single house, you'll find furnishing just like this. Or perhaps even better or more interesting, who knows. Every house is like a Christmas present waiting to be opened. So let's head through here. We're going to head through one of the main squares of Lannisport. Don't know if it really has a name, but upon the square sits the Goldsmiths Guild, and of course, you might imagine for a city built on gold that the goldsmiths are very important, so their guild is huge, and you might be able to see it there looming ahead of us. It's the size of a fortress, so you might find it, you know, something smaller like a keep or a castle in the Westerlands, but here in Lannisport, the goldsmiths have pretty much control of all the money, so, short of House Lannister, that is. So here we are out in this big market square here. You can see some stalls lining the square. Let's take a quick look inside the Goldsmiths Guild. Right, so we've got this really beautiful courtyard here, the Lannister banners hanging all around, and this little fountain here. You can again see the Italian-inspired sort of architecture with lots of little arches and balconies here overlooking the courtyard. Very cool. I won't be able to explore this building fully. I could probably do an episode on just that. Every build here is just so detailed and so intricate. I know that, like I said, the city was built on gold, and there are several gold mines outside of the city as well as inside the city. So I think if I take this little shortcut through this house here, We'll end up in one of the poorer section of Westeros, or Lannisport, that leads out into one of the gold mines here. So you can see this is a poor area because it's got sort of the darker wood texture, sort of wood roofs, the sort of dark jungle and spruce planks there, and the darker sandstone. It's still quite nice, you know, don't get me wrong, like, it's not like the slums, but they're doing pretty well for themselves here, I think. And still got some flowers growing and stuff. Right, so here's one of the mines of Lannisport. Very, very cool that, you know, you've got the main export located right here within the bounds of the city. So here's the mine here with different caves leading off in different directions. Definitely don't want to go in there or I will for sure get lost. And that goes for the city as a whole, actually. It's so huge and sprawling that I probably will get lost at some point. So I've had to do a little bit of scouting ahead just to make sure that I don't get completely lost. Alright, if I head along this road a bit further on. Oh, here's a great, you can see the contrast of the sort of the poor and the wealthy different block styles, the palettes that we use in this city. But like I said, like, they're still doing pretty well. I've got still like this nice brick textures and the shutters here being used on some of just the more poor styled areas. So I'm just going to walk up to another really cool feature of Lannisport, which is these baths, these big baths that are formed by natural springs that come out of the mountains. You can see one of them there. And this is where the Lannisporters come to bathe. So we've got the clothes hanging out for the bathers, and we've got this nice little pool here for people bathing. This is really, really pretty. I just wish there was something like this in reality. I'd come here all the time. So yeah, just another cool feature, just showing you the life and times of the people of Lannisport. So here's a cool little view you can see across the city. You can see several bell towers, which are another notable feature of Lannisport. They're all over the place. Again, I think just inspired by Italy, and there's loads of bell towers everywhere there, and it's just sort of cool to dot the city with different bell towers and different features like that. Righto, I think this will be the side of the goldsmiths there. I'm going to head along this main road. You can see a little well here being used by the people. Lots of different cool houses here. Again, using that plaster brick. Very, very cool. There's the city barracks, so for the city guard, and we're going to head there next. As you can see, another little market area here. Very nice, very quaint. Selling all kinds of goods. Again, because Lannisport is such a huge trade hub. I think I found a little shortcut here, so I'm going to go through this little shortcut. That's another cool feature of the city. There are just so many little shortcuts and alleyways and places you might not stumble across unless you look hard enough. And just makes it really fun to explore the city. So here we are in the city barracks, and sort of this little courtyard that the road runs through. Definitely a Lannisport barracks. You can see all the different colors of the carpeting here and the banners hanging off the walls. Here's a little armory, and this looks like a little kitchen food preparation area. I won't be able to explore this whole thing because I definitely don't have time. Like I said, it'll be so hard for me to keep these videos short, but I could do so much just on Lannisport. This looks like it must be like a Septon's house or something, with the banners of the Faith of the Seven there. You can also see banners just spanning the road. They've got a lot of pride, Lannisporters, for House Lannister. They're probably pretty happy about their wealth. So here's a building that's like built over the road. Very, very cool. It's another really cool feature of exploring around. So this is one of the side roads now through Lannisport. You can see another bell tower in the distance there. More banners hanging across the road. All very cool. So here we are. That's going to be our final destination up there. Is one of the main septs of Lannisport. I think it's the largest sept of Lannisport, and one of my favorite builds in Lannisport, so we're definitely going to check that out. And that's where we'll end this section of the video. So here we're just walking through a lichyard, or a graveyard. You can see the different headstones there. And through that big wooden door there, you'll find some crypts for the nobility, who choose to be buried in there, as opposed to with the commoners out here in the lichyard. So we've got a little balcony looking over. You can see over there, that's the southern wall of Lannisport. You can see the mountains sort of blend with the wall. As I said, the mountains are sort of a natural defense against attackers, and for the areas that are defended by mountains, they build these big, cool-looking walls. Alright, so here we are at one of the main septs of Lannisport, covered in beautiful roses and vines, vine jasmine. And there's something outside of the sept here that I want to show you as well. A really cool sort of greenhouse, or a glass garden, as they're called in the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. Let's take a look inside. I just think it's so nicely done. I definitely wanted to show this off. We've got blackberries, blueberries, we've got grapes growing from the ceiling. You've got cranberries, turnips, carrots, cabbages, everything. Oh god, you've even got like a mushroom patch in the back here. Very, very nice. I guess for feeding the septas and septons of this sept. Alright, so let's head around and make our way inside, and it's really breathtaking when you get inside. I remember in one of the episodes of Game of Thrones, they show you the interior of the main sept in King's Landing, and this is sort of emulates that in a really cool way. You can see some statues of lions here, of course, from the Lannister sigil. Alright, so let's head in. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. There's just so much detail put into this building. And of course, you know, churches and cathedrals in real life being where so much money was put into in investing, and likewise for the Faith of the Seven and its septs. So you can see there's some pews here. There's also a little platform here for a septon or septa to preach. Very, very cool. All right, so let's see if we can name all of the seven. So shrouded in the black there must be the stranger. With the sword and the suit of iron there must be the warrior. With the blue and the flower there probably is the mother. And here we've got the maiden in white. The crone hunched over there with her lantern in gray. We've got the smith here with his hammer and his anvil there at the base. We've got the father here and his scale. So that's all the seven. You can see also the different colors of the seven on those banners. And if you even look carefully up at the ceiling, you can see paintings or a mosaic or plastered in the effigies of the different gods of the seven. Very, very cool. And just the painted ceiling as well is just a really cool feature of this sept. Really takes your breath away. Really, really love this build. So that's it, really, for this part, anyway, of our Lannisport adventure. Hope you enjoyed, and definitely keep an eye out for the next video.